11, yes. And he will be reciting an excerpt from a Nelson Mandela speech. His name is Lumumba4-21-10. Now, the brother's quite intelligent. You know, we were sitting back there talking, and we were asking him about doesn't like school, you know, and he said, it's all right, but he really doesn't like the school policies. What the average 11-year-old doesn't like the policies of school? What's going on here? But it's okay, and he's going to show you why. So let's welcome Lumumba4-21-10.
Good evening. My name is Lumumba4-21-10, and I'll be reciting some excerpts from Nelson Mandela. Poverty and the breakdown of family life have secondary effects. Children wander about the streets of the township because they have no schools to go to or no money to enable them to go to school or no parents to see that they go to school because both parents, if there be two, have to work to keep the family alive. Now, this leads to a breakdown in moral standards, to an alarming rise in illegitimacy, and to a growing violence which erupts, not only politically, but everywhere. Life in the township is dangerous. There is not a day that goes by without somebody being stabbed or assaulted, and violence is carried out of the township into the white living areas. People are afraid to walk along the streets after dark. House breakings and robberies are increasing, despite the fact that the death sentence can now be imposed for such offenses. Death sentences cannot cure this festering sore. Africans want to be paid a living wage. Africans want to perform work which they are capable of doing, and not work which the government declares them capable of. Africans want to live where they work and not be endorsed out of an area because they were not born there. Africans want to live where they work and not be obliged to live in rented houses which they can never call their own. Africans want to be part of the general population. Africans want to be allowed out after 11 o'clock at night and not be confined to their rooms like little children. African men want to live with their wives and children and not be put into an unnatural existence in men's hostels. Now, African women want to live with their menfolk and not be left permanently widowed in the reserves. Africans want a just share in the whole of South Africa. They want equal political rights, because without them, our disabilities will be permanent. Now, I know this sounds revolutionary to the whites in this country, because the majority of voters will be Africans. This makes the white man fear democracy. But this fear cannot stand in the way of the only solution which will result in racial harmony and freedom for all. It is not true that the enfranchisement of all will result in racial domination. Political division is entirely artificial, and when it disappears, so will the domination of one color group by another. Now, the ANC has spent half a century fighting against racialism. When it triumphs, it is a truly national effort. It is a struggle of the African people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is a struggle for the right to live. Now, during my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination and I have also fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony. It is an ideal for which I hope to live for and to achieve. But, if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Nelson Mandela, April 20th, 1964. Thank you.
We need a brother like that in office right now. Be somebody. Judges,
Whoever said the youth are lost is crazy. That's our youth. That's our future. Knowledge is power. There it is right there.
I commend you. Nelson Mandela himself would be very proud. I'm telling you. And where you get so much poise and wisdom at the age of 11.
You are a born orator, and I believe that policies will come up in your life. So don't worry about the policies. Continue on the road that you are as far as what you did tonight.
give him one more round of applause.